Well, hello guys, welcome back. I want to review for you Five Nights at Freddy's, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Survival Logbook, also called Security Logbook. I had done this. I had done what I considered a pretty good job. I was on camera and I showed you this and I showed you some of the pictures in it and I did a review and then I thought, what if my FNAF theory is all wrong? But first we'll go into the book, and then we'll go into what I thought I might have wrong. The book is set up for 5 nights, and it has things in there like you can make a living will. It's kind of dark. You can make a living will, survival guide, things like that. There are puzzles. The puzzles have hidden information in them. There are doodles by Mike that have hidden information in them. Sometimes he'll write really small notes and reference you to a page, and you go back and you look at the page, and you kind of have to figure out what he's trying to lead you to. It doesn't make sense. And it's kind of like you're watching him get his memory back as he wrote this logbook, because at first all he would have done, and I don't think you can read it in sequence, is he says my name. He doesn't know what his own name is, and he doesn't know, does he remember having a toy phone? Does he remember these other toys? What is he remembering? And then suddenly he remembers his name is Mike. So, and he writes that in the front of the logbook. And it's kind of strange because it goes from the first game all the way up to Sister Location. You could say there are references to FNAF 6. And it's kind of hinting at a FNAF 7, because everybody knows the picture Chica in the back that does not look quite like any Chica that we remember, so it might be a hint of FNAF 7. And what it made me think is, after I'd reviewed this to you and I showed you like pictures Mike had drawn, and I said, well, this shows like he's remembering stuff and he has to be, you know, the crying child. And I thought the bear had to be William speaking to him, because there's a picture of his psychic friend Fredbear. And did he keep speaking to him? And he writes a reference down, is he still speaking to you? Now, why would someone give Mike this oddly specific logbook with a drawing of Fredbear in there? Like, there are two different styles. You can tell which one the pizzeria did and which one Mike did. Now, does Freddy Fazbear's First strike you as a place that would even care if you had a logbook? No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't care. Unless you're in there as an experiment. And I can't wait for that theory. And the second thing is, who would really care? Would William sit down and write this book for his son? Is Sprinkles waiting to see his son remember him and have a touching family reunion? Considering the fact that he attacks you in FNAF 6, I'm like, I kind of doubt it. And he attacks you in Fazbear's Fright, I kind of doubt it. Because if we've been Michael all this time, our dad has some issues with his own kids. And I thought, well, what about Henry? Because Henry is finally there at the end. And Henry is in, if anybody remembers FNAF World, that may be Henry. That may be the partner. And it may be that all along, the one looking out after little Michael was Henry. It might be the partner was the good guy and sticking around, just trying to keep all these kids alive, because maybe, William was this terrible father. Maybe he was like absentee dad, and that explains where the wife went, and that explains how all the children wandered, into danger with these machines. You would know that after the first child disappeared, to keep better eye on your children and keep them out of the pizzeria, and yet they kept coming to work. Now, was he a single dad and he didn't have a choice, or did he just not care about his children, or was it his master plan all along? You never know with William, because when he speaks his lines, he sounds like a genius, but when you play recorded laughter, he's off like a shot and he's trying to find it. So he's kind of out there. But it's kind of interesting to see Michael developed as a character, because it's like, well, You know, the stories are over. The novels have other characters in them, and it's supposed to be another universe. But if you go by just the games, and you go by just this book, Michael kind of got his memory back, but you know, it leaves so many open-ended questions. What game would he have been writing this logbook down, since there's references to sister location? It's at least that game, if not the sixth game. And you know, how much did he remember, and why did he keep going to work at all these messed up pizzerias when he knew what was coming for him? So there are a ton of questions there. I always thought that, you know, he remembered who he was all along, and he's just gone from pizzeria to pizzeria looking for his dad. Why, I wasn't sure, but now it looks like there might be more mystery added on top. Maybe he didn't remember who he was, and maybe Henry reached out and was helping him, because I can't see anyone else caring enough to take care of the children other than Henry, because Henry, at least as we know, it seems to be the good partner. He seems to be the good guy that cared about the children, though, you know, he may have been the villain, and maybe William is behind the scenes. Maybe William did make this book for Michael because he wants him to remember who he is, that he promised to put him back together. Maybe that is a loving father that just really sucked at watching his children around animatronics. But, you know, feel free to let me know your theories below. I decided to do it this way and not show you any of the spoiler pictures. That way it's a little more fun when you get the book. I know 5 million people will show you every picture, show you every drawing that Mike did, show you every little tidbit, but I do want to leave some mystery so that when you get it, there's like some surprises you find, and you find, you know, you find them on your own. Okay, guys, if you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye.